Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except new cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, trolls, or a double-sided tape that holds like concrete. I got this stuff and I made a mistake of putting it on the keyboard to attach it to the iPad case. It took me an hour to get it off. And it bent the bottom of the keyboard, but it still works, but not a good idea. Don't do that if you ever get this stuff. A little bit, yes, not a big long strip. So, those who haven't seen it, this is my iPad. The other problem with this thing is it keeps turning itself back on again. I don't know how to stop that. So there's the iPad, the case, and the keyboard, and the tape took off the yellow covering, some of it, off the back of the case. So once you get the stuff off there, you can easily remove it. It says no residue. You can move it with your thumb, but that took forever too. So, and something is going ding ding. Okay, it's 57 degrees, rain tonight, very cold and nippy out there, and overcast. So you can see the sun. And this is what I got today. Now I don't remember the pictures on eBay. You can put your phone in here. You can put your pens in here. You can put some other device in here. You can eat some of that do not eat stuff that's in here. The iPad will fit in here, but the keyboard will not fit in the back. And you get a carrying strap. And what you do, and I'm not sure. This is not a good idea. This should have been hard plastic. You attach the strap, which has some kind of fabric thing that is probably, I don't know if you keep that or throw it out. I just dropped it. And it just unraveled. This should have been plastic rather than fabric because I figure eventually the fabric's going to wear out and break. So we will see. Alright, now. Got this off of eBay for about 20 bucks. Yeah, they don't, I don't think they think these things out. I have other bags I can put the iPad in. I have an old iMac G3 tangerine bag that's see-through I could use. Oh, it's really designed for an iBook. A MacBook will fit in there too. It's in the closet. They're worth a lot of money. You can get them now because they don't make them anymore, of course, and they were made about 20, 25 years ago, I'm guessing. Used to have G3 iMacs and a clamshell iBook, but they stopped working, and I didn't know anybody to fix them in those days. Okay, this one, the spring thing is very tough. It doesn't want to cooperate, so it hurts my thumb. Ow. Okay. I didn't do anything all weekend because I was having great breathing difficulties. I had to use the air machine. Okay, so this is your bag. You put the iPad. Ow! My right shoulder here. You put it over your shoulder. And I don't know if you can. Let's see. Will this extend at all? A little. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, this will extend if you go through a lot of extending. What you would call this. And then you can put it over your neck. So what happens is the iPad with the cover. And by the way, the iPad light wants to hop out of this thing, so that's not great either. You know, but this cost $34, and there's something dirty on it. So, all right, it will not. Let's see. It will fit in the back pocket, but it's kind of tight, so I'm going to put it in the front pocket. And then the keyboard goes right in there. So now, except for the charging cable and the charging brick, which I suppose I could put out there. This is for, I don't know why you wouldn't, you have this, why do you need this? But then in here, this is called it, I can't read that, Inotech, something, can't read it. INATECK, they're being cute with the word tech, bag. So it does have a place to put your phone, although I hope it's not a very big phone. The pouch is a little tight. Your pens. They show a picture of your charging brick in here, but I don't know how much room the charging brick in here. So you can zipper that closed. It's nice. It's got a nice finish to it, and that way you're not carrying your iPad around in your hand, and you can just carry it like a messenger bag. All right, so I'm going to go out a little bit. I've got to get to the credit union. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Target today or Capital One, but I do have to pay the rent and get a cashier's check. So that's it for this one. This Inotech Technology, Ontario, Canada. So, I mean, California. Sorry, I used to have relatives in Ontario, Canada. I'm not awake yet. I had real trouble breathing. I'd used a breathing machine twice this morning. So, and by the way, the people complained about my eating. Back in Korea and Japan, there's a term called mukbang. People watch people eat, and they get thousands of views. So if you don't like my eating on camera, too bad. All right. I have another item sent to me, and then a retro item I'll be doing for my channel. And I'll do the other item after this, not live. I'll post that tomorrow. Thank the person that sent it. Thank you to the people that sent birthday greetings. And that's about it. So now my nose is running again. I apologize. Last night I went to feed the cats. It was absolute freezing. Because of the wind. Oh, I hate this. Trolls left horrible comments to my channel. I blocked them all. You know, they don't have any right to leave horrible comments, and they complained about I'm treating people mean on the channel. And I'm not. If I tell someone to stop discussing something, particularly like, move your refrigerator, get a new refrigerator, and I tell them repeatedly no, and they keep doing it, I kick them out. You come into my, and don't give me this garbage of their viewers, and you come into my channel, you're visiting my home. This is where I live. You don't have a right to harass me. I don't care who you are. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I haven't called Kathy yet. We're going to go out Wednesday. Gonna rain tonight. Gonna rain tomorrow. No rain Wednesday. And possible rain Thursday and Friday. So I guess I could detach this if I ever want to. But I'll keep that thing because it's kind of a Velcro-y thing. But now when I'm not using the iPad, I can hang it up on the coat rack if the coat rack doesn't collapse from all the bags. And I got this torn Samsonite backpack that can't be used anymore because the whole top of the top zipper pocket is all worn out. So I'm going to throw that out. I don't think there's any way that can be fixed. So I wonder if anybody is watching this. Let's see. Seven people. I've never quite understood. Nobody goes in the chat. And then I get done, there's 50, 60, 70, sometimes 100 people. Maybe they don't want to get hassled with the trolls. I don't know. So, I made chicken in the Dutch oven last night with carrots, broccoli. I forgot to cut up the potatoes. It was very good. Cooked it in an hour. And so that was a whole chicken. It took me longer to cut it up than it did and take all the skin off than it did to cook it. Dutch oven does a good job of cooking stuff real fast, but you got to be careful because my oven will burn things. And I don't drink wine very often. I do use it in cooking when I have it, but I don't have any right now. Chicken with wine is really good. I used to make chicken and wine with lemon, mushrooms, butter, lemon pepper, salt, which I can't eat anymore due to my kidney issues, and the butter and the lemons and the lemon pepper salt would all infuse in the wine, and it would make this peppery broth. And I threw 2 chickens into the Dutch oven years ago. Did that twice. Once for my first girlfriend, Julie, once for Kathy. They both went crazy for it. Julie ate a whole chicken, and they drank some of the wine and went to sleep. And Kathy's been after me for years, when are you going to make that? Well, when I have an oven that won't burn the hell out of the food, because if I wait too long, I go in there and it's starting to burn because the oven gets too hot, even if you turn the thing down. If you turn it down, it won't cook enough. If you turn it too high, it'll burn and everything. But it's really good. You get an interesting flavor from the butter and the lemons. Right? Oh, I forgot mushrooms. Mushrooms. Got to put mushrooms in there. So I'll make that for Kathy one of these days when I have the timer set for, might get done in 45 minutes. It'll cook a whole chicken. Boneless chicken doesn't taste as good as a whole chicken. I don't know why. Okay, anybody in here? No. I've never understood either. They don't come in. When are you going to go live? When are you going live? It's what? Computer, what time is it in New York?
In New York, it's 6:39 p.m.
See, those, I'm back east. 6:39. And a little Billy in England. So, J.P. Morgan Chase took over First Republic. And in Virginia Beach, Virginia, the home of the ARE Institute, Edgar Casey, they got hit with a Category 3, maybe a Category 4 tornado, damaged about 100 or wiped out 150 houses, cars overturned, trees being uprooted. The weirdest tornado. People said it touched down for maybe 5 seconds, did damage, and then moved up to the next place. So it didn't hover for too long. But boy, did it do damage. And in Iowa, I think Cedar Rapids, they're flooding now. They always get floods in their rivers. And the town floods all the time. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they do barge traffic or something. They got a bridge there. But I watched a video on that where they're about to have their annual flooding. And Pittsburgh solved that. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They dredged the river and built giant walls along the river where they used to get flooding as far in off the river as 8 blocks. I remember as a child seeing cars floating in parking lots, and they don't do that anymore. So, and they have a they had a paddle wheel steamer there, and it sank. And so then Western PA gets a lot of flooding when it rains. Cities have been inundated back in the 30s and 20s and 50s. But if you have flood control, you don't have the flooding. But with 3 rivers going into Pittsburgh, it's a little difficult to control the water when it rains a lot. I remember one year they built the Civic Arena for hockey and basketball, I think. And some guys went in there and got permission, and they were building an ark because they had 40 days straight of almost nonstop rain, and things were flooding like crazy. Pittsburgh Press, the Post Gazette, the jail, the post office all got flooded. And they were literally starting to build an ark because they were saying, we don't know if the rain will ever end. All right, I take the Echo Show to Kathy on Wednesday, and then we're going to go out. The prices going out are getting ridiculous. 2 people is like $60 now. And I'm talking a salad and iced tea and maybe dessert. It's kind of ridiculous. So, but we don't go out more than once a month. We don't get to see each other. And after I paid Amazon and all my debt, and I got Capital One to pay, Target, and another 2 cards, and then done for the month. I'd also be done broke for the month. So, okay, you can join the channel for $3.99 or $6.99 a month, where you see content nowhere else. I found a very retro computing item. I don't have the device anymore. I don't remember if I had one that was colored, but this is very interesting, and I will do that, and I think I'll open it up. There are people still using these, although they stopped making them in 2011. So I bought this to use on mine. And I think the device, I either gave it away or it's in the boxes at Kathy's, but this is unopened, so pristine item. And I'm going to send that to PSERVI. I don't always get his name wrong, but he does retro computing. He's an Australian, and he just got a whole bunch of devices from the ancient days. Okay, if nobody's coming here, I'm going to go. I will record the second video. Oh, there we go. There's somebody. Hello. Hello, Basil or Basil. How you doing? Okay, someone came in. My goodness. So, if you missed it, I got this. Ooh, that thing's heavy. It is a bag for my iPad, so it'll keep the iPad safe from breakage. And the iPad case, the keyboard. Never do the double stick tape on the keyboard. It's like you have to be Hercules to get it off. And the iPad. And there it goes. It keeps turning itself on again, driving me crazy. I don't know why it does that. I may have to take it out of this case or just wait till I have the money to get an Apple case. Because I don't know if an stenographer will fit in this thing. Let's see. Well, I can. Hold on. There, it shut off. So, this is very nice. You could put the charging brick in there, your stylus is in there, or what have you. And then in this pocket, you could put your iPhone and your charging brick and maybe your wallet. So this was $20. Now I don't have to worry about the iPad when I'm not using it falling and breaking. I still can't put any apps on this for another month since Apple iTunes won't let me create a new password. So, no, I'm going Wednesday. I'm going Wednesday. Going to pour tomorrow. And I have to really go to the credit union, get money, and go pay I'll probably not pay the bill, the second bill I've got to do till Wednesday when I go back toward the place. It doesn't have to be paid on the 18th of May, but I want to get the 2 bills paid. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bills left. And then I am broke. And, but I'm making progress. I paid Bolero $50, Amazon $40. I paid one account down $40. It's got 2 more payments. It's done. End of the year, I won't owe any money to anybody. And then we can start saving up for a car again, because both of us are tired of taking the bus. If I don't gas for air, because for some reason all weekend I was having my nose keeps, I've got a sinus infection again because of grass, but I was having, one of my inhalers ran out of inhaling stuff. So I gotta go to the Safeway and get another inhaler. I can't find the second one. It's around here somewhere. And that's the emergency inhaler. You squeeze it and you pop some stuff. But that, it's not full of, excuse me, it's not full of adult photos and aliens. It's, I'm not allowed to put any apps on here. I've done some videos on it at Tiny Ones and a video of hummingbirds. Photos, get out of here. Oh, now I got to turn it back on again. And, you know, I'm 71 years old. Even if I had, I don't have porn on here. I go to YouTube and Gmail. That's all I can do. Well, I don't have the money to pay off a full balance credit card yet. Come on, cooperate. Here. There's my adult photo. George Reeves. Oops. I might do that. As Superman. Now, information. I don't know what the hell I got in here. There are videos of Tiny One, Little Sweet Gray, other kitties, Kirk Allen as Superman, kitty picture, more kitty pictures, and the vampire videos, the humming videos, and the vampire catalogs, and the shopping cart video, which I can now delete. And a very badly damaged car. I don't chat with the adult actresses on Twitter. So stop it. If I see something and I make a comment and it's, you know, they're posting, well, my favorite DC character was Superman. And, now I'll get rid of these vampire pictures. remember, I can't put any apps on because iTunes, if you forget your password, puts you in a 27-day lockdown. You can't. They won't let you create a new password, and they won't recognize my credit card that I used for iTunes. So I'm stuck. And this is Kirk Allen, the first movie Superman. Did 2 serials before George Reeves. So, but I can only use Safari on here and do movies and look up the weather and measuring and magnifying and stocks. That's it. So I don't have any adult photos on here. Yeah, I got an adult of 2 people that aren't alive anymore because it's something nice to look at as my background. Okay. You're a troll, or goodbye. I don't have any love letters to Linda Moulton Howe. You can't hack an iPad, as I understand it. So, no, they don't have security questions. They gave me a code in text, and then they asked my phone number. What's geared to a phone number doesn't work anymore. And then they asked my credit card information, and I typed in my entire debit card. And they said the information we have is not the same as the information you have, even though I took it straight off the back of the credit card. So it's a stupid system. They had no security questions to ask me. I was on the phone with AppleCare when I did it. So now, let me go into Safari here. And the last I knew, you cannot hack an iPad because Apple OS has security features. Now, they might be able to do it from a website. Let's see. Hold on. I'm looking at it. As long as you don't jailbreak the device, allow untrusted people to have physical access, or install apps from third-party app store that isn't something you need to worry about, it is not possible to hack an iPad. And I don't know what you mean by cards. I have my email address. The one I've been using since 2013 is my email on iCloud, and yet I could not get in. And they said our security has to search all your information through all of iCloud to find out who you are. Just look at my YouTube channel. I said, when do I get notified when I can redo my instructions for the keyboard? When do I get notified when I can redo my password? They said minimum of 27 days. There's no way getting around that. And it's idiotic. This is the instructions for the keyboard. I can't read. It's in a little tiny print. So what? God, it's still on. Why is it doing this? So, Now the other iPads up there, there are 3 of them. They're all broken. They all need either one can't be repaired, the other 2. No, it was a credit card linked to the iPad. Well, the problem is that with a broken iPad, the Pfizer vaccine made my hands go numb. The iPad was dropped to the floor involuntarily. I can't hold on to things at times. That's how my eye got damaged. The iPad fell on my eyeball. And I have to go get new cataract surgery on the lens inside my eye. Well, it bent the iPad, and it wouldn't charge. And so I couldn't update anything on the iPad because it didn't work. So you cannot update a non-working iPad. I took it to batteries and bulbs. This keyboard keeps falling on the floor all the time. It's driving me nuts. Whoops. And they said the battery is bent and the case is bent. I talked to my computer repair store. They said bring it in when you get your other iPad, and we can transfer the data from the old iPad to your new iPad, but I can't transfer anything from the old iPad until I have a password. So I'm stuck. And the credit card, it's my debit card from my credit union. They don't recognize it because they're saying the information they have is not the same information that I read. The entire account number, the expiration date, the 3-digit code, and my name. And they said, it's not the information we have on this. Let's say the card ends 1234. Well, they said, that's not the information we have in our system. I can't get into iCloud without a password. Obviously, you aren't hearing me, or you're doing this to irritate me. I don't know which. I forgot my password. Now, there. You cannot log into iCloud without a password. Well, I've done that in the past, but I was using my Mac Mini. My MacBook doesn't work either because I forgot the password for that. And when I told people in here, don't lecture me. One point when I moved in here 17 years ago, I had 85 passwords on my Mac. I can't possibly remember them all. And it's a pain in the ass. And some sites don't save all the passwords. Chrome doesn't. Now, when I get the iPad password, okay, you're nagging me. Stop. You said it once. You don't have to repeat yourself. I will write, and I'm having trouble seeing out of my right eye. Everything's blurred, and it hurts. So I have to sit down and notify my doctor and get a referral to a surgeon and set up an appointment to get the surgery to replace the lens of mine that's damaged. You are lecturing. You don't have to say it 3 times. All right, you're getting a timeout. You say it once. I'm not stupid. I can read. Just this eye hurts because I dropped the iPad in the eyeball and the lens is blurred. I have to have it. They put a glass lens in my eyes so I can see it all in both eyes. You don't have to state the obvious over and over and over. You're being redundant and annoying. And I use, the other problem is they have these stupid dots in everything out there. Credit cards, banks, doctor's offices. And I don't know if I'm typing the thing in right. That's what got me $400 overdrawn with Bank of America. I could not stop the bill pay. And they didn't recognize my password either. Although it's a password I knew by heart and I've been using it for 6 months. I hate passwords. I really don't like iCloud. They're constantly nagging me for more money, for more storage. And we spent 4 hours on the phone one day. I spent 4 hours on the phone with AppleCare trying to figure out where they were storing my videos. Every time I published a video on my 2008 or 2009 iMac, it was saving it to somewhere in my drives, and I kept saying, your drive is full. We found out where it was putting it. When I published it to YouTube, it was saving it at my hard drive. My hard drive was full. With having put on, at that time, around 4,800 videos, and it was driving me crazy. And we could not find it. Finally found out where the lady found out where the section is. I was able to go in there and delete the entire section. And I saved all 4,800 videos on my hard drive. And that's why the drive was full. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive over there. As soon as I figure out what I can disconnect on the Mac Mini to plug it in, I can save everything on a portable hard drive. All right. I've been once again annoyed by someone who has to beat me over the head like a dead horse. You don't keep telling me something that's obvious. I forget stuff. And then there's times where I create a new password. iCloud, Google Drive, the banks, the credit unions don't recognize the password, even though I just created it 5 minutes ago. I had a problem with that with the credit union for months. Kept having to go to the credit union, create a temporary password. I'm at the credit union 10 miles away, go home, it works once, and it wouldn't work again. All right, I'm done. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. I swear, I said I'm going to stop doing these live videos in the past and continue to do it. I don't see the point of it. I'm going to be harassed with every video. Somebody has to act like I don't know what I'm doing. I just forget things because I'm old. And I hate writing on passwords. And I can't see text very well on the screen, so I need to figure a way to write them down. But you cannot hack an iPad. I'm the only one that uses the iPad. Bye-bye. Anybody who's